Hi, this week I want to talk about the widow's mite. I would consider myself to be a generous giver and a cheerful giver. I love to bless people by giving. Sometimes giving of time, sometimes giving of money, giving of physical help. In any way I can, I like to give. And that gives me great joy to see people blessed through my giving. Just recently though, I haven't been able to give as much as I would like to have. But the Lord challenged me on this and He said, just give what you can, give what you have. Because you see, I know that the principle is this, that all that we have belongs to the Lord. And whatever we give as He directs, He gives us more to give away. So long as we don't consider what we have to be our own and try to hoard it, then the Lord is the most generous giver that we could ever know. And as we give away, He gives us more to give away because God is no man's debtor. But let's look at what Jesus says here about this poor widow. I'm reading from Luke chapter 21, from verse 1. As He looked up, Jesus saw the rich putting their gifts into the temple treasury. He also saw a poor widow put in 2 very small copper coins. I tell you the truth, He said, this poor widow has put in more than all the others. All these people gave their gifts out of their wealth, but she, out of her poverty, put in all she had to live on. The most successful giving that we have ever given is sacrificial giving. When you can't afford to give in the natural, yet God is prompting you to be a giver. And you know, it never fails to reap a harvest. Now that is not the motivation for giving. Obedience to the Lord's command is the motivation for giving. But God always returns a harvest. You know, when a farmer sows a seed, he doesn't expect just to reap one seed back. He expects the seed to multiply 30, 60 or 100-fold. And so when we sow a seed of financial giving into the fertile ground of a ministry that we know is blessing God and expanding His kingdom, we too should also expect to receive a harvest 30, 60 or 100-fold. So just recently we've started to give not out of our plenty but out of our lack. And already we're seeing a harvest coming back. Again, we must not consider that this return is for our benefit, although we do use all that we receive for the expansion of God's kingdom through the Way Christian Ministries. We have to see it as God increasing our potential for giving. So what comes back goes back out again in more seeds that are sown into more fertile soil. This way, we keep that blessings flow that we talked about recently. We're going to continue to give as the Lord instructs us, and we expect to see more coming in to give us more to give. If you haven't tried this principle, then I suggest that you do. Ask the Lord how much to give, and believe when He tells you what it is. Don't think, oh, I just made that up, it's too much. No. Give what the Lord tells you to give, and give it into the area that He instructs you to give into. And you will be blessed as you bless others. In Jesus' name.